Back to Svartalfheim?
There's still a few loose ends to tie up. Those bloody mining rigs in the bay, for one. Also what? We still have to find Durlin's missing hammer.
I'm with you.
For Durlin? I thought he said he'd be at the tavern if we needed him.
I must say, Mimir, of all the cruelties you enacted on Odin's behalf, these rigs were certainly the most subtle.
Mimir.
Odin wanted the dwarves under his control, and, well, I convinced him he could buy their allegiance instead of demanding it outright. A trade agreement of sorts. If memory serves, we're heading in the right direction to find that large dwarven statue. Durlin's hammer shouldn't be far behind.
From behind! Incoming! Behind you! Incoming poison!
Is someone there? Please. I need help.
What do you want?
Well, to put it simply, treasure. The cache just over there, to be precise. My son and I, we came to these isles to uncover its riches. I feared it was too dangerous, so I came along and was, well, seemingly proven right.
Is that why you haven't moved on?
My son. I suspect he went in search of the second half of the treasure. Please find him and tell me his fate. If you require a reward, you may help yourself to the treasure. It doesn't matter to me anymore. We were sailors once. Left Midgard to seek our fortunes elsewhere. We were so close to succeeding. My boy, I'm so sorry.
Take it off, man! You've got this!
It's beautiful from up here. Looks like debris from Asgard didn't just fall in Midgard.
We will have to check all the realms.
Agreed.
Your master is no more. Be at peace. Be at peace. Have it your way then.
Use a shield strike, brother!
Incoming back here!
Careful, brother! You're covered in bygone! Well, if there's more of these Asgard fragments out there, the Einherjar will continue to be a nuisance for the realm.
Only if we do nothing. The realms will never heal if they remain.
How many more?
Only one way to find out. Fluga.
Durlin's hammer.
Still in one piece after all this time. Unlike Durlin's resistance, I suppose.
We will take this to him.
Right flank!
We'll have to find a way through this debris.
Must stop that Noken from singing! Up there! Shrimp poison coming this way! Behind you! Incoming poison! The Alpha!
That Noken's healing its friends, brother!
Poison left side!
Last one!
Between the creatures and all the debris, no one could have made it out of here alive.
Got him!
Another one already? Great!
Why exactly do you keep popping up, little one? Does your boss have you spying on us?
No, that wasn't our intention. You must believe me, I am here solely to serve as a guide, but only if you want. It's standard procedure.
Well, you can rest easy. We'll get these back to Ratatoska.
Thank you. And again, sorry if I offended you. I promise I'll be more helpful next time.
Jumpy little fellow, huh? I can see the rubble from here, brother. Feels like we're in the right place. Quite the sum there, brother.
We will find the ghost son.
Really? His request isn't a distraction?
He does not know his son's fate.
I see. Okay, then. Kratos, don't you have a way through that door? Found something good?
Yes.
The remains are old. The sun is surely gone by now.
It costs us little to make sure.
Really? Quite a large geyser. Might be worth investigating, no?
We can see it fine from here.
Find that orb yet?
This will be of use.
Hello, Lunda.
Hey, goddess. About your brother. I never got the chance to tell you. I know moments like this you're supposed to say sorry and whatnot, but I always known that pretty man had greatness in him. That he'd do something amazing one day, and I'm just... I'm proud that now the 9 realms know it too.
I thank you.
Anytime, ma'am.
By the efforts to avoid them. I think I can recall such a story as you mentioned, brother. A Greek tale for the stage. Rather lurid, but very popular. You know the one?
Every Greek knows the tragedy of the thieving king.
Yeah, word gets around about that sort of thing.
Here. You may tell a story, if you wish.
Am I preferable to silence at last? A rare day. I'm touched. But since you mention it, there has been one on my mind of late. It goes back to my earliest days, when I had little more to do than observe the mortals who passed through our forest. One summer, a local laird of renowned eccentricity chose to sequester himself with a small coterie of kinsmen and followers. The aim of their woodland retreat was to achieve enlightenment through study and discipline. They took oaths to brook no distractions, until they became wise men.
Distractions.
Aye, women, drink, mostly women. As you can imagine, things deteriorated quickly. By autumn, tempers were frayed and wisdom remained in short supply. One day, I watched as the laird and his brother took their hunt. There they found, at the banks of a river, a lady as fair as any they'd left behind. She pleads for their assistance for fear the currents would carry her off if she tried to cross. The laird doesn't miss a beat. He hoists her onto his shoulders, carries her across, sets her down, doffs his cap, and fords back across to his brother, who is dumbfounded, can't even bring himself to speak. The day stretches on, the laird carries on hunting, and his brother quietly gnashes his teeth down to powder. Finally, the dam breaks. "Brother," he cries, "how could you do it after everything we've sacrificed? How could you break your vow like it was nothing, carrying that lass on your shoulders like you were a Shetland pony?" The laird just smiles. "Brother, I set that lass down across the river. 'Tis you that carries her still." Oh, I got a chuckle. A rare day indeed. Brother, you don't like riddles, eh?
No.
Oh, you just haven't heard any good ones. Here, I'm tall when I'm young, short when I'm old. What
A
hap-
candle.
Yeah. Heard that one before?
No.
Oh. Well, did you like it?
No.
Meeting the Lady of the Forge really brought back some memories. I thought it was only in my homeland you'd see such things.
Mermaids who forge weapons.
Aye. I remember very fondly a lake nymph called Nimue. Very talented with a sword.
Mumia.
I meant that literally. Shame on you. She made the best swords in all the Isles and had big dreams about what she'd do with them one day. I wonder what became of her. Watch out!
From behind! Incoming! Enemies to your left!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Enemies to your left!
off, man! You've got this!
I don't understand why they keep fighting. Can't they sense Odin is dead?
They are soldiers. They will always be loyal to him, alive or dead. It is a matter of honor.
Yes, they will continue to follow his orders and keep the realms under his thumb.
Not for long, they won't.
There, fancy a riddle?
If you fancy a boot to the head.
Riddle solved. Anything illuminating?
Freya, something is on your mind. What is it?
Freyr's sword. I'm glad he got it back.
Odin stole it?
Not quite. It couldn't be stolen. It had to be given freely. Freyr had it forged in his younger days, imbued with its own motives and passion. For centuries, he swore he would only ever set it down in death or upon meeting the love of his life. Both he and the sword were romantics, you see.
Freya, you spoke of your brother's sword. How did Odin acquire it?
I'll answer this one. Odin, disguised himself as the most beautiful person Freyr had ever seen.
This separated Freyr from his sword.
Oh, with embarrassing speed.
I am glad Freyr ultimately retrieved it.
Me too. My little boy.
Something else I recall about that Greek play I mentioned, if you won't take offence to a critique. As a work of performance, it consisted almost entirely of watching people give speeches and receive terrible news. Might have been nice to see more events dramatised instead of described.
It is Greek tradition for a story to unfold in a single time and place uninterrupted. It is more clear.
If you say so. brother, I've been meaning to ask. Your homeland. I'd heard the gods there wielded every flavor of power you could imagine. Lightning, fire, the whole lot.
As did I, for many years.
Oh. Any chance you could recall some of that magic?
No, I have tried.
Magic is bound to the earth. When your homeland died, your powers probably went with it.
Well, probably for the best. Let the past stay in the past and all that.
That will shut it up!
Behind you! Look out! Watch your left!
Grim, headed your way! Fast! Arrows should slow her down. The Alpha! Down! The Alpha!
You're building quite the collection of poetry, brother.
Why so surprised? My people are known for their culture.
Not surprised. Steam. You're on fire, Kratos! It will pass! Nasty hit! You all right, brother?
Okay, I'll just say it. I'm getting a really terrible feeling from this place.
This was where we freed the imposter. Dear.
Oh,
Odin took our noblest instincts and used them against us.
that's what he always does.
We will bear the weight of our mistakes, not with guilt, but with footsteps heavy with purpose. Come, we have work to do.
Watch your right!
That's like poison!
Enemies to your left!
Behind you! Behind you, brother! Behind you, brother! Behind you!
A statue. Made for the Aesir.
Indeed. And then stolen by Ulfjolf the thief. That's all of the rebel artifacts. Perhaps we can return them to Lunda.
Stop squirming.
You did it, Master Kratos! A spectacular job! Keep it up and you'll become an expert in no time.
I can't tell if he was patronizing or if that was just plain sad.
Both.
Brother! The wee bastard's about to explode!
Yelpa!
The runic word appeared over there. See it?
Suna.
Brother, somewhere out there's a riddle you'd enjoy, and I'm going to find it.
Do not.
Once spoken, instantly broken. What am I?
Silence.
Correct!
I was not answering the riddle.
Ah.
Another gravestone, like we found while searching for the Norns. But this one's intact.
Aye, and with a keyhole tailor-made for the hilt you took. Tread carefully, brother. Behind you! Incoming Bifrost! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
On your guard, Kratos!
Watch your right!
Passing!
Shield strike, now! My God, behind you! My God, behind you!
Enemies on the left!
Bifrost, above you! Last one!
Use a shield strike!
I just had a thought. With Asgard destroyed, where will the Einherjar go?
Valhalla exists both inside and outside of Asgard. Who knows what became of it?
Aye. Suppose they'll have to find rest somewhere.
I look forward to exploring Alfheim and not having to fight elves.
Oh? What makes you think that's an option?
They've united, haven't they? What possible reason would they have to attack us?
Sorry to say, but there are still plenty of elves out in the Barrens eager for conflict.
But why? Freyr united them. They fought together at Ragnarök.
For those who have spent their lives in combat, peace is not always an option. The creature Atreus heard, it lies out in the desert.
Wonder what it could be. Most of the larger beasts of Alfheim have long been dead.
My brother would have known. Freyr loved this realm.
And the realm loved him in turn. Still does.
I'm sure he blamed me for having to leave.
That was not your fault.
I know that. But I can't fault him for wanting to protect his family, even at the cost of plunging this realm back into war.
Wait a bloody moment. Is that...
Thor's hammer, and his daughter.
I'll make you proud, Dad.
Well, good for her.
Howdy, y'all! Welcome to the desert!
I knew he'd left something behind.
Atreus heard a creature in pain in the desert.
Well, sure. Might not look like it, but there's loads of life out there. Just gotta know where to look.
And where would that be?
No idea. Best of luck, though! half crazy to say it, but I've got a good feeling about that Thrud girl. Never minding what family she came from.
I quite agree. She's an impressive young woman.
I thought you might. Why, I ain't never seen anyone quite so awestruck as when she laid eyes on you back at the hole. Like meeting her idol.
She was apparently quite eager to learn from all the Valkyries. Now that she has Mjolnir, I expect her next stop will be to begin training with Sigrun.
I think Brock and Sindri would be happy knowing that hammer's finally with someone worthy to wield it. And a future Valkyrie, no less.
These rooms.
Gulon in Alfheim?
And sled trained by the looks of it. Most unusual.
I've never seen such obedience in Gulon. There is some kind of magic at work here.
Regardless, it should make desert travel downright pleasant. Were it not for a brutal sandstorm. Any particular direction to find your wounded animal? Or are we just enjoying the weather?
How do you hope to find anything in all this?
Perhaps we find a cave first to catch our bearings?
I see another remnant of Asgard.
And another troop of Einherjar will likely have to defeat.
I'm ready if you are.
Careful, brother. You're covered in bifrost. Behind you, watch out!
I'm glad we can help these Einherjar on their way, even if they hate us for it.
They do not need to spend their afterlife serving a cruel god any longer.
Agreed.
Counted on our travels.
And you will remain curious. It's not my job to teach you everything, Mimir.
Look, I was just asking.
And you have been told.
Oh, you can say that again. Freya, I've always wondered, why was Freyr so revered here so quickly upon his first arrival?
Well, to begin with, it wasn't his first arrival. Very few know this, but Freyr was one of the earliest visitors to Alfheim, back in the dawn of realm travel.
Hold. We will finish later.
Well, how about that? Didn't I tell y'all there'd be something to see? Y'all ever find out what was bothering Helga? Smelled something and just ran right off.
must say, I think we make a good team. With my brains, Kratos' brawn, and my lady's,
Wisdom, magic, ability to tolerate you for long periods of time.
I was going to say brutality.
That works.
Behind you! Incoming!
Use a shield strike!
Behind you! Watch out! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Changing arrows!
I wonder how many of these fragments of Asgard there are.
A realm's worth at least, so I'd say we have our work cut out for us.
Midgard. Almost missed it.
There's work to be done. Midgard's frozen lake still teems with raider camps.
Not for much longer. Let's find them. It's strange. There are still signs of the world serpent all over the lake. But we saw him disappear at Ragnarök.
That could only mean the legend was true all along. That blow from Thor sent Jormungandr straight back in time. A younger Jormi, fresh from Jotunheim, would grow into the serpent we know.
When we first met the snake, you said that he found a trace familiar. Perhaps they met in Jotunheim.
Perhaps so, brother. We'll have to ask the lad for that story when we next see him.
Kratos, tell me more of your homeland.
It was violent and cruel.
Sounds no different from these lands.
It was warmer.
Shield up, you won't do much damage! Incoming right side!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Enemy behind you!
Watch out! Brother, get ready!
From behind! Incoming! From behind! Incoming!
Another camp defeated.
Aye, and one step closer to giving the realms a shot at healing. Freya, you once revived a giant's corpse to stop a certain fight we won't talk about. Could you call on that power again?
Maybe. Do you have a massive giant's corpse for me to revive?
No?
Well, there you go. When Jormungandr attacked Thor in Asgard, it seemed personal somehow. But there's no way they could have met before that, is there?
I've been pondering that, and I have a theory. We know the lad spent his time in Jotunheim learning soul magic. Perhaps the serpent figured in.
You mean Atreus placed some other giant soul into him? Someone who already hated Thor to begin with?
Exactly! Though that doesn't narrow it down much, I grant you. I wonder if Jorm even remembers after all this time who he once was.
The rider healed his mouth!
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! What good's a shield if you're not gonna use it?
Shield strike!
It seems for every camp we destroy, we find two more.
It's almost impressive. Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame. I see another realm tear from Garn. Shall we close it?
Chiller, you alright? Right side!
This is not over.
But I'm sure our work is far from over.
Just curious, brother. Why don't you like riddles?
They are frivolous.
They encourage lateral thinking. Listen, there are 3 doors before you. One contains a pit of spikes, one a dragon, and one a pair of lions that haven't been fed in weeks. Which door do you open?
The first. The pit of spikes is easily avoided.
Ah, you should pick the third, because lions that haven't been fed in weeks would be dead! Eh?
I like this riddle. Lunda.
Hi there. I wanted to ask, do you want me to stop talking about your muscles and how you look and stuff? Because it seems like it's making you all wiggly, like in a bad way.
It did, but no longer.
Oh, okay. So I should stop? Sounds like I should stop.
No.
Oh, all right, handsome. You beefcake?
Careful, brother. You're covered in Bifrost.
Above you, look out! On your right! Head it off!
shield strike, brother! Right side, brother! Right side, brother! Watch your right! Behind you!
Use a shield strike!
This is truly thankless work.
It must be done.
I'm sure the civilians we're protecting would thank us. Well, thank both of you. Me, they would just point at and scream.
That's it. We're heading back to Vanaheim?
The realm has need of us. We've been tasked with recovering some sort of orb for Lunda. Kratos suspects it might be dangerous. And there was another thing. Helka seemed awfully eager to show us something. If we could only track her down. There was something else. You asked us to explore the river delta with you. Perhaps it's time we did so.
Sounds like a plan.
Another Einherjar! To the left! Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost!
Use the shield strike! Behind you! Incoming! Shield strike! Now!
Take it off, man! You've got this! Behind you, brother!
Behind you! Incoming! Your shield could be of use!
Use a shield strike!
I feel bad for the Asgardians, and even worse for the Midgardian refugees. Learning the god they indebted themselves to didn't care for them at all. Such profound betrayal.
Aye, their homes will not be the only thing they will be rebuilding.
Regarding security.
Hey, hot stuff.
An equal
Remember,
force of Vanir
I need
and
that
Einherjar
orb.
must be present at all times.
The presence of Einherjar may... Kratos, Freya, welcome back. Mimir,
Lady Sif,
Freya,
it speaks volumes seeing you here in person. The first of the Aesir to visit us in peace.
Really, Your Majesty?
it's the capacity of the Vanir's forgiveness that speaks volumes.
we know Asgard was more than Odin and his Einherjar. If they'll help us rebuild, they're more than welcome to stay.
Aesir and Vanir living together. I never thought it possible.
I imagine a severe lack of options for the Aesir helped ease things along.
Oh, Mimir. It has truly been a pleasure not listening to your prattling commentary for the last 100 winters.
Well, excuse me, milady.
100 winters of Mimir bleeding at court? I think I'd rather be exiled.
Indeed. Oh, the stories I have.
Really? Do tell.
Well, everything appears to be in order here, diplomacy administered, and all's well. Let's leave these two to their planning, shall we?
Back to it then. Where can we set up the farmsteads and the granaries?
We don't do that kind of thing. This realm provides us what we need.
What if the winter is harsh? If the food spoils?
Then we hunger, and we learn. Perhaps had you not burned...
I did not like that.
Is that a Bifrost trail in the sky up ahead?
More stragglers of Odin's army await.
Careful, brother! You're covered in Bifrost! Behind you, brother!
Keep an eye on that tail!
Behind you! I believe that was the last stronghold of the Aesir.
So, Odin's oppressive ways have finally ended.
Are you satisfied?
Yes. Perhaps the realms may finally find peace and healing.